Daylight savings happens twice a year, which makes it a perfect natural reminder to pause, breathe, and check in. Welcome to Life Beyond Aphasia, where survivors and care partners find hope and real strategies to rebuild a life of connection and joy after stroke. This isn't just about resetting your clocks, it's about resetting the systems that keep your day running, especially around communication. Because when you're caring for someone with aphasia, you know that communication is the foundation for everything. When it breaks down, everything else does too. So, this reset is your gentle nudge to pull out those tools, your whiteboards, the notebooks, the communication pictures, your strategies, and bring them back into everyday life. It's small, it's doable, it's a 5-minute kind of reset, not an overhaul. But it's an amazing reset in that what 5 intentional minutes can do to help you find that rhythm again. Twice a year, when the time changes, we pause, we breathe, we use that disruption as a reminder to take control of what we can. And the number one focus for this reset, communication, because that's where everything starts. We're going to bring those tools, those strategies, those habits back into focus. We're going to make them intentional again. So let's get started. Let's borrow some wisdom from hospitals. Hospitals run on checklists for a reason. They don't rely on memory, they rely on systems. You're running a home that's just as complex: meds, communication, emotions. So it's time to give your brain the same respect. Checklists are how we reduce risk and reclaim energy. It is not failure to use systems and lists, it's wise. Motivation can fade, but structure sticks. You don't have to schedule daylight savings. It comes for us whether we like it or not. So we're flipping it. When the clocks change, we reset communication, safety, and systems. No guilt, no pressure, just twice a year, yearly maintenance for your peace of mind. Most care partners live in reaction mode, fixing fires, catching the balls that are dropping. This reset moves you towards rhythm. We want to get you from reactive mode into responsive mode, from chaos to rhythm. We are not adding tasks to your already full plate. We're creating intentional space and structure that makes everything else easier. Communication first. Before we touch safety or systems, we have to talk about communication, because we know that when this part slips, everything else gets harder. So let's start with what's already working. You've probably built strategies that you use every day, even without realizing it. So here's my question for you: where are your communication tools? Where are those lists and communication boards and worksheets and activities that you learned about during rehab? Where are they? It's time to bring them back into a place where you actually live. And when is the last time you used those strategies on purpose? Could you even name the top 3 strategies to communicate more effectively with your person? Not because you had to communicate with them, but because you wanted to reconnect with them. That's why we're doing this reset. You have gotten away, most likely, from doing intentional communication. So that's what we're going to work on today. Research shows that tools only work when they are visible and easy to reach. So today, we're bringing them out, we're bringing them to your life and where your life actually happens. So, can you think about where your tools are? I want you to pause this and go get them. Bring them out, put a pile in front of yourself, sit down at a table and spread them out. Look at what you have, take an inventory. And then your next thought, I want you to think about, where do you and your person spend most of your time? Because that's where those need to go. We are not going to buy more. We're going to move what works and we're going to place it strategically. So let's talk about the reset principle. This is not a to-do list. This is me giving you permission. We're going to restore your energy because exhaustion isn't a personal failure. It's a signal that you've been running on empty. We're going to create some breathing room. We're going to use systems that hold you instead of depleting you. Think checklists, placement, rhythms. Then we're going to establish a rhythm. That's your nervous system's best friend. When life is predictable, your brain relaxes because it knows what's coming next. And then we're going to enable connection. This is the system that holds logistics, so you can hold each other. And that's the point. Here's our 3-step plan. This is going to take you 30 minutes. It helps to clear the mental clutter faster than any deep clean. So step 1, clearing. Pull it all out. Communication tools, notebooks, whiteboards, cue cards, picture cards. Lay it out. Take an inventory. Step 2, we're going to connect. Put those top communication tools in one spot. If your person, and I hope they are, has daily practice that they do, this would be a good place to put these communication systems where it's predictable. So even if you're in the kitchen, you can go to the dining table and pull out the communication board if you need to. If it's something they can keep with them, even better. Step 3 is we're going to commit. We want you to tie your reset to something that is already happening, daylight savings. And even though this reset is around daylight savings, you can use this same concept around birthdays, anniversaries, holidays. You use it around anything that repeats on the calendar. Your calendar is your anchor. And when you see that that anchor is coming up on your calendar, you're going to be reminded to act, to reset, to refresh your system so that they keep working for you. So now you've cleared, connected, committed. Now it's time to apply your energy where it counts. Communication. We've already talked about your tools. Put the whiteboard in the kitchen or by the coffee pot. Do you use a digital calendar? Do you have a family notebook for quick notes as you think of things? One of the best strategies you can possibly do, if you carry a cell phone, you need to put a notebook and a pen with it. Carry it with you all the time. If you prefer digital, use the Notes app on your phone to keep track of these things. Set reminders, set alarms. Now let's shift over to safety. Safety in the house. Daylight savings is a great time to think about your batteries. Batteries and smoke detectors, batteries and flashlights. Because you don't want to reach for that flashlight in an emergency when the power goes out and realize it's dead. And then your next thought is, do I have any batteries? Let's avoid this because that's just stress that we can get rid of right now by you ordering batteries and getting them delivered. That's what I did when I came up with this idea. I checked my inventory and I ordered new batteries. That smoke detector, yes, it's way up there on the ceiling. And if you should not be on a ladder, You need to call a neighbor, you need to call a friend, or you need to call a handyman and get those batteries changed, because there's nothing more irritating than it to start beeping at 3 o'clock in the morning and you can't reach it. Now let's shift to systems. You may or may not have some of these systems in place, but I want to encourage you to think about how can you put a system in place to take off some of that mental load. It is time for you to set up bill pay. Set up bill pay for your utilities. Set up bill pay for those recurring payments, and so that you can set it and let it go. Use online ordering or delivery for your groceries if possible, or set it up with your neighbor to bring your groceries home. You order it online, they bring it home for you. 3 moves, 5 minutes each. I want you to set reminders in your phone that help you take care of your critical daily tasks, meds, check ins, transitions. Let your phone carry that mental load. Step 2, I want you to label a go folder. This go folder is just in case of emergency. Put yours and your person's med list and maybe medical history. I'm not talking the giant binders from the hospital. I'm talking about highlights of medical conditions. And then put your medical power of attorney documents in that folder as well. So if for some reason you have to run to the hospital, all you do is grab that folder and there's no more guessing. There's no worrying, did I forget it? And then at the top of every month, update that med list or every time you get a refill of prescriptions. Step 3 is your Go notebook. This is your tablet that I mentioned before that you should keep with your phone. If you're going to keep a tablet with your phone, keep a pen with it so that you'll use it. Write things down as you need to. Review it at the end of the day and take that information and put it where it needs to go. Is it a to-do list of phone calls to return? Is it updating an appointment on the calendar? The goal here isn't perfection, it's about peace. These are pressure valves, not projects. Let's keep the steam from building up. 5 minutes today, calm later tonight. Let's talk about offloading without guilt. Offloading isn't about being organized, it's about being free. And I want you to take this same idea, whether it's meds, appointments, or even remembering to text back your dentist, it belongs in a system, not in your head. So offload it out of your brain, get it onto paper, get it onto the calendar, get it into that handy notebook you're going to carry with you. This reset is a team reset. So this is where I want you to now purposefully, intentionally think about involving your person in these processes. Do this to the extent that they can participate. When I say include them, I don't mean hand them your list for them to take it over. I mean sit together and say, let's talk about today's calendar. Let's talk about what's coming up this weekend. What do you want to do this weekend? Anything we need to review or get off our list? And as you go through these things that are in your head and on your plate, narrate the process out loud. You might feel silly saying, I'm writing this down so we don't have to think about it later. But what this does is you are modeling structure and it provides you grounding. So even if your person can't fully participate, narrating and involving them at the level that they can participate, eye contact, touch, asking questions, making decisions, that allows them to be part of the team. And this is so very important for 2 reasons. For care partners, so you don't feel like you're doing it alone. Also, so that you feel like they are starting to get a sense of all that you are managing. And then for them, it helps them feel like they are a part of it, like they matter. So all of these things we've talked about is what makes this reset so powerful. It's not about efficiency. It's about you guys getting back to you. It's about us. Partnership, presence, and remembering that you are both in this together. So work through it together. Here's the truth. Almost all of the attention in rehab goes to the survivor of the stroke who has aphasia. Speech, OT, PT, everything is designed for their recovery, but very little time is spent helping you, the care partner, understand what your role looks like after discharge or how you keep applying these strategies to daily life. That's where the collective comes in. We bridge that gap. We help you understand why these strategies matter, how to integrate them, and what to do when life gets messy. Because real recovery doesn't just happen in therapy, it happens in the kitchen, in living rooms, in shared routines. And you deserve the tools, structure, and community that make that possible. Here's your action step. We made a checklist for you. You don't need to do everything. Just pick one task, one small reset, and commit to getting it done today. Today, tomorrow, and the next day. Keep this checklist where you will see it. You're going to want this to become a visual cue, not another hidden reminder, not a piece of paper that makes you feel guilt. Again, your goal is not perfection, it's progress. If this session resonated with you, I want you to know that this is just one small training that we do inside the collective. Are you ready to rebuild your life beyond aphasia? The collective is our membership program for care partners where we teach you the step-by-step process to rebuild life after aphasia together. If you're ready to take control of caregiving so you can rebuild, the link is below.